Okay, so hello to another reaction video today to Julian Goldie SEO. First time I'm checking out one of his videos, by the way, on how to instantly create AI agents in N8N with Claude. So if you're interested by building AI agents, maybe you own an agency, maybe you're a freelancer, maybe you're just trying to get as much info as you can before launching like a side hustle or something or a full-on business on your end, then you want to watch this video until the end, because right now N8N is probably the most powerful software out there, and it becomes even more powerful when you can use the N8N kind of code stuff and actually build all those code thingies in Claude to then use in N8N. So you use AI to then use AI to build your AI. So you literally don't have to do anything, any code work. You don't know how to, write in JSON format and all that stuff, because that's how N8N works. You can just ask Claude to do it for you. By the way, the premium version of Claude, highly recommend if you're in like writing copy for your SMS, your scripts for your AI agents, AI callers, that is. If you're marketing on Facebook, like for ads copy, Claude is the best app over Grok, Gemini, and all that stuff. So highly recommend you subscribe to that. Highly recommend you subscribe to my channel. It's free. After all, like Claude is $20, but like me, it's free. Julian is also free. So subscribe to his channel as well if you haven't already. I'll put a link in the description below to the original video. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So full screen and let's go.
Show you how to build any N8N AI agent in literally one click using Claude. You can take a screenshot of any workflow you see online, paste it into Claude, and get perfect copy-paste JSON that creates the entire automation instantly. This is brand new, it's revolutionary.
Like, that's crazy. Just go on Google Images of like a certain workflow that you want, an N8N workflow, and then ask Claude to just recreate it in JSON and then paste it into your N8N account, and it's done. You know, and this in this case is for like an outbound AI agent. So like you have an AI caller, like boom, instantly. It's wild.
And it's so easy, a 5-year-old could do it. I'm going to give you the exact system.
Little creatine water out here. It's rest day, but still got to keep the gains up.
I use the custom prompts and all the resources completely free. Hey, if we haven't met already, I'm the digital avatar of Julian Goldie, CEO of SEO agency Goldie Agency. Whilst he's helping clients get more leads and customers, I'm here to help you get the latest AI updates. And today, I just discovered something.
That's crazy. So this is an AI dude, eh? So he films. I saw a comment on this under the video where someone was like, oh, I prefer the real version of you. And he said that using the AI avatar version of him, since then, his videos have been actually performing better. Now, I don't see myself adding an AI reaction because it doesn't seem to have many emotions. But someday, who knows? Who knows? Subscribe to the channel.
I figured out how to build N8N AI agents in seconds using Claude, not minutes, not hours, seconds. You can literally take a screenshot of any N8N workflow you find online, any automation you see, any template you want to copy, paste that screenshot into Claude, and boom, you get perfect JSON code that you can copy and paste directly into N8N. The entire automation gets created instantly, every node, every connection, even the sticky notes. I'm going to show you exactly how I do this. The custom Claude project I built, the exact prompts that make Claude an N8N expert instantly, and how you can replicate any workflow with just a screenshot. But first, let me show you this in action.
Hey, what's up, guys? I found this beer left over from some campers and I'm totally wasted. I'm sorry I bumped the camera.
Have you guys seen this vlog
these
video online?
like real stuff. Usually I cut out the the AI, the ads. But these AI gorillas are hilarious. AI Yetis, it's actually hilarious. I typically would watch this whole ad, but let's skip it.
Here's a screenshot I took of an N8N workflow I wanted to replicate, just a simple automation with a few nodes. I pasted this into my custom Claude project, asked it to recreate this workflow, and look what happened. Claude gave me perfect JSON code. I copied this code, went to N8N, pasted it in, and the entire workflow appeared exactly as it was in the screenshot. Same nodes, same connections, even the same sticky notes in the exact same positions. This took me 30 seconds, from screenshot to working automation. 30 seconds, now I know what you're thinking, this sounds too good to be true. And honestly, when I first discovered this, I thought the same thing, but I've tested this with dozens of workflows. Simple ones, complex ones.
Yeah, this is actually how we currently build out any workflows, automations at my own company, Camille.ai. All my developers have been using this. Jeremy, my partner, has essentially trained them all on just use Claude initially to do the full build, put it in N8N, and then you got a fully functioning agent, workflow, automation, whatever you want. Like we automated LinkedIn posting this way, blog posting on our website for SEO purposes, all that stuff.
Go to your Claude project, paste in the screenshot, and say something like, recreate this workflow in JSON format. Claude will analyze the image, understand the workflow structure, and generate perfect JSON code that you can copy and paste directly into N8N. The key is knowing how to prompt Claude correctly, and that comes from practice and the right setup. Speaking of setup, let me show you an even more advanced approach. Instead of just uploading my pre-made knowledge base, you can actually connect Claude directly to N8N's official documentation on GitHub. Here's how you do it. In your Claude project, go to Project Knowledge, click the plus sign, then click Link. Now you can paste in the URL to N8N's official GitHub documentation. Claude will automatically...
Holy, so then Claude has access to all the documentation that N8N provides as to how to actually build the best workflows. Holy, that's actually insane.
Pull in all the latest information about N8N nodes, features, and best practices.
That's wild.
As your Claude project stays up to date with the latest N8N features automatically, you can even be selective about which parts of the documentation to include. Maybe you only want information about specific integrations or certain types of workflows. Claude lets you choose exactly what knowledge to include. Now, here's something really cool that most people don't know about. Claude now has extended thinking and web search features. This means when you're asking it to build workflows, it can actually search the web for the latest information about APIs, integrations, and best practices. So if you're building a workflow that connects to a new service, Claude can search for the latest API documentation and include that in its response. This makes the workflow generation even more accurate and up to date. Let me show you how to use this. When you're prompting Claude, you can say something like, create an N8N workflow that connects to the latest OpenAI API. Use web search to find the current API endpoints and authentication methods. Claude will search the web, find the latest information, and build a workflow that uses the most current API specifications. This is incredibly powerful because APIs change all the time, authentication methods get updated, new endpoints get added, and with Claude's Web Search,
Yeah, exactly. So as everything evolves, you don't have to find the new things, the new APIs and whatnot. You can just do it so that Claude researches it for itself. So basically, there's nothing to build. It's all about prompting it. And once you set up Claude the right way with the projects like you just showed, you're all set, good to go.
Always get the latest information. And here's another tip that most people miss. Don't just describe what you want to Claude, show it. Instead of saying, build me a workflow that processes emails, take a screenshot of a similar workflow and say, build me something like this, but for email processing. Visual examples work.
I actually use a Claude for my own emails, like my email list. And it works super well.
Much better than text descriptions. Claude can see the structure, the node types, and the connections. It gives much more accurate results. Now I know some of you are wondering about the technical details. How does Claude actually understand N8N's JSON format?
So AI voice agents, if you want to build those, all in Claude, baby.
Does it know which nodes to use? How does it handle connections and data mapping? The answer is in the training and knowledge you provide. When you upload N8N documentation and examples, Claude learns the patterns. It understands that certain nodes work together. It knows how data flows from one node to another, and it can replicate these patterns in new workflows. It's like teaching someone to cook by showing them recipes. The more recipes they see, the better they get at creating new dishes. The same principle applies here. The more N8N examples you show Claude, the better it gets at building new workflows. And here's something really cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like with anything, right? Even with your AI calling agents, the more live interactions that they have, the better their responses are going to get because they internalize, save every single conversation, and it therefore gets better with time. That's what I actually say to clients a lot of the time is like, look, better to launch at like an 80% efficacy and then get to that 90% versus like continuously prompting, and obviously we already have done that, so it's already at 90% as soon as we launch. But then it'll get to that 95, 98% efficacy, but after a couple hundred, live calls, right? So it's better to launch earlier than later.
You can even train Claude on your specific use cases. If you're in e-commerce, upload e-commerce workflow examples. If you're in marketing, upload marketing automation templates. Claude will learn your specific patterns and build workflows that match your needs. This customization is what makes the difference between generic workflows and workflows that actually solve your problems. Now, let me address some common questions I get about this system. First, is this legal? Yes, absolutely. You're not stealing code or violating any terms of service. You're using publicly available...
No, that's the thing, is with AI, everything's open source, everything's publicly available. There's no gatekeeping, which is great because there's more than enough to go around for everyone. So it's those that are just willing to watch Julian's YouTube video, my YouTube video, get some education going, like you deserve to win. There's no gatekeeping. Just put in a little bit of education, like time into that, and then just implement it. Also take action, and then just win.
Workflow structures and adapting them for your own use. This is no different than learning from online tutorials or templates. Second, will this replace N8N builders? No way. This is a tool that makes builders more efficient.
Yeah, 100%. Just like one of my recent videos reacting to Liam Authley, where he's like, oh, well, a lot of people thought that with QuickBooks, accountants would no longer be necessary. But it's you still don't want to do your accounting. You're going to hire an accountant, but now they can charge more competitive prices and they can have 10 times less hours to spend on fulfillment because they have a tool. So it's a tool in the N8N developer toolbox. Now, do I believe that the people that know how to write JSON code and all that stuff, it's less pertinent? Well, definitely, because Claude can write it for you. So it's all about just prompting it, but you won't actually have to use your JSON code knowledge to write code, right?
You still need to understand your business logic. You still need to configure integrations. You still need to test and optimize your workflows. This just eliminates the tedious part of dragging and dropping nodes and connecting them manually. Third, what if the generated code doesn't work? Remember, this works about 80% of the time perfectly. The other 20% might need small tweaks, but even a workflow that's 80% complete saves you hours of work. And as you get better at prompting Claude, your success rate will improve. Now,
also, it usually, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm not a developer, I don't do the technical aspects of the business, but from what I understood is N8N will actually will show you when you activate the workflow. It shows you at which step, certain, let's say if this information needs to be sent to this application to do this, it'll show you the live process so that if it messes up somewhere, you know exactly where it messes up. So then you can go back in Claude and kind of fix the prompt for that specific area.
Oh, here's something I discovered that makes this even more powerful. You can combine this with other AI tools to create a complete automation pipeline. For example, you can use Claude to generate the N8N workflow, then use another AI tool to create the API endpoints, then use a third tool to generate the documentation. The entire automation ecosystem can be built with AI assistance. I've started experimenting with this approach and the results are incredible. What used to take weeks of development now takes days, sometimes hours. This is the future of automation building, and you're getting access to it right now. Now, before we wrap up, let me tell you about some resources that will help you take this even further. If you want the complete setup I showed you today...
So, now it's at the CTA. 100%, I highly recommend you try out his school stuff. So, I think he has two communities, a free one and a paid one. This is the paid one, this is the free one. So, check them out if you want. At some point, maybe I should start a school. We'll see. Okay, if you guys continue supporting this videos, if you continue subscribing, if we hit that 1K subs, that'll definitely get us one step closer to me being able to provide even more value for you. So on that note, I'll end the video right here and I will see you in the next one.